Alright, so we're back for episode 5. And hopefully it will go better this time. Here they are again. We're starting over from the same point as we did before. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to release these burglars and use them for experience
Wunderbar.
for Jubei to unlock Eviscerate, hopefully. As we saw in the previous episode, you can provoke soldiers into firing
Here.
if a minion comes running towards them. They have a tendency to fire. Kill these as well to get some additional experience towards Windwalk.
My blade is drawn.
It is going to be a while before we actually unlock that though, because it costs 350. Alright, so here they come again. We can't quick save, which is handy. Quick save is F5, which means that quick load is probably F8, which unfortunately is my record toggling key, so I can't really press that. I suppose we could have a quick look in the options. Let's see. Yeah, quick load is F8. Let's rebind, or F9 I mean. That should actually work. Record key is F9, not F8. So we should be able to use that fine. Now I want to observe them and see if they split up again. And ideally,
I live to serve.
not have to run up to them like that, because that cost us Jubei's assistance pretty quickly. Probably send Max down here again, just to keep him out of the way. We have one of them who was left out here. Ah, well.
Like the wind. Gojira. Like the wind.
Keep Jubei nearby.
Hi.
If they get separated, we're going to want to take advantage of that as quickly as possible.
At once, Sensei.
Be pretty careful not to accidentally tell them to attack one of them.
Like the wind. Gojira. Hi. Ha. I live to serve.
Because that will probably doom us pretty quickly. Quick
At
save
once,
there,
Sensei.
just in case. Presumably a few of them are going to try to go into here, and maybe some in here immediately.
Like the wind.
Or maybe all of them are going in there.
Hi. Like the wind. Gojira.
fine out there for the moment.
Ha! I live to
Somebody
serve.
in there, but we can't get in there without opening this door upon where they will probably just
Gojira.
run out.
Hi.
Intruder alert! Security door bypassed.
Strike the wind.
Apparently this room was not interesting enough.
At once, Sensei.
That's
Like the wind.
slightly unfortunate.
Gojira.
Really would like them to separate.
At once, Sensei.
The doors take a while to be restored. Oh, there's actually one in here with us.
I live to serve.
Could have taken that guy out.
Bullseye.
Oh, no.
Strike the wind.
Don't want
Hi.
to attack them. Not yet. Can I do this? That barely has any range whatsoever. Does that actually make...
Gold reserves low.
At once, Sensei.
Does that actually allow you... I've never actually used that. Does that allow you to gather
Gojira.
a mob of minions? To have them follow you?
Warning!
Strike the
Security
wind.
door breached.
So if I go in here, do that,
Hi.
and then have them run down
At once,
here,
Sensei.
I could have a small mob of minions help me attack the soldiers. They're rather slow.
To serve.
Security door bypassed.
Also, they seem to forget pretty quickly.
Gojira.
Let's pause this. Let's try doing that first to distract a couple of them with this valet here. And then, if we tag everybody except the one the valet is working on, because I don't want to remove the weaken tag yet, set them to kill, and then we can have Jubei eviscerate one of them. The minions should attack the other ones. Kind of wish I had a way right now to get some guards down here, but okay, he didn't last very long, unfortunately. Okay, we took out one, which is not good enough. Definitely not.
Caution! Funds low.
Oh,
Strike the wind.
didn't I quick save earlier? Whatever. Or after this?
Warning! High
I guess
security door
not.
breached.
Gojira. Strike the wind. Ha! Hi. At once, Sensei.
I think Jubei will be able to take out like 2 of them alone.
Strike the wind.
Ah, this is quite the issue. Could of course set them to weaken to have valets try to take care of them.
Alert! Security door
Of course, that requires valets to actually come by.
Strike the wind. Ha! I live to serve.
There's one right there. I think that might be the most the best way to take care of them. As you can see, weaken makes the valet interact with them, and it saps one of their stats. In this case, the valet sap their attention. Other social minions can sap other stats.
Capture tag issued.
Gojira.
We want to take care of these people.
Warning, high security door breached.
Maybe I should have tagged them as we set them to weaken earlier. That means he's recharging his stats, by the way. In which he does that sword sharpening thing.
Hi.
I need more valets to come by. I think the action also saps their stats, however. So a minion will only do it
Prisoner execution order confirmed.
so often. I think basically once, and then they need to go recharge. So this one can't because he has too low stats at the moment.
Gold reserves low. Intruder alert. Security door bypassed.
I think the soldiers may become more aggressive once they have heat. Also, I'm not sure how they did not get any heat from that. I need more valets also.
Cannot accommodate this many minions.
We're going to
Minion capacity exceeded.
have some more train because they are useful. Ideally, we're going to get rid of these guards. Once you have weakened an enemy sufficiently so that you have drawn one of their stats down to 0, you can capture them without any resistance, and then you can execute them. I don't think you can attack them, however. I think they will defend themselves. Kind of getting a little risky. We have a capacitor.
Evil genius taking damage. Situation critical.
Yeah. That's bad.
Gojira.
Yeah. I need to be here. There is better.
Yeah, okay. Whoops. Kind of shame we missed that cinematic, because that's actually kind of amusing.
Reich, surrender is not honorable. I make a
But-
rivers of blood.
Oh well.
Weaken tag issued.
Let's set those to weaken immediately. It's probably a good idea.
Tag removed.
I have a many special moves.
Yes.
Let's hide the evil genius in here, I guess. Might work better. Don't quite have enough.
My blade is
We
drawn.
can have him kill these investigators up here. And we should be able to buy Eviscerate again.
Bullseye.
Want to do that. Then we also want to do that to get more valets. There they are. They are approaching once more. Hopefully we'll be able to deal with them earlier now. Or hopefully our valets will deal with them quicker. Maybe. Yeah. Don't really think there is much more I can do. Let's quick save here. I think this is a pretty good position. It's going to take quite a lot of that to actually incapacitate them. Because the soldiers are strong both mentally and physically. Almost. And I think the stats will regenerate over time as well, so we're going to need to do it in a short time to actually accomplish anything. Don't think it's that fast though, if it recovers. So we should be fine. There's also, you can also make traps. We haven't really looked at that yet. Probably want to do that shortly. But we don't really have the money for it yet. They're apparently kind of frustrated that they haven't found anything to shoot at yet. Let's see, who was it who had 7? You. We have too few valets, evidently. It's pretty bad. So traps are basically objects that activate. You can have these pressure pads, is what you have to trigger them at the moment. And the one I tend to use right at the beginning is the confusing pop-up trap, which saps attention. And I think what we'll do is we'll put a couple of these in here, and then have a couple of pressure pads. Now to use them, you have to go into the linking mode, and then you link these to the traps. I think that should work. So we'll link you to you. And I think this is one of the drawbacks, or one of the annoying things about this game, is that you can't link multiple things. Although I suppose what we could as well do is have it like that. So each pad is linked to its own
They must work harder.
trap.
Faster, faster, faster.
And we also need to do that so the minions can get in here.
What's this?
Haven't lost anything yet, or anybody. Let's terminate a couple of these for now. Which one do you have? That's you. Let's cancel that one. And that one. So we can spend money on more important things. We could also
Object purchase order confirmed.
put one of these in here,
Object has been ordered.
I suppose. Like that. Jubei, where are you? Down there. Okay. We need more money. Dealing with these is going to be tricky. So these bunk beds allow minions. What?
What's this? Das ist gut.
Well, we're probably going to get to see that
Eile.
cinematic now, perhaps.
Ja.
Yeah. So I'm not going to accidentally end it now. Yeah. We didn't actually die, it was just a decoy. Which kind of explains why we didn't actually lose. We can just reload. So let's reload from this point again. And now be a little more clever. So we're going to open that door and immediately install these traps here for when the soldiers come back. Now, one of the drawbacks of the traps is that they can, for one thing, your minions can trigger the detection mechanisms if they don't have enough attention. Or if their attention is too low, they can trigger the pressure plates, for example. And even if they don't, if an agent triggers a pressure plate, your own minions can still be affected by the actual trap, should they be caught, or should they be standing in the wrong place.
They cannot defeat me with their slender arms. Reich, a
Dang it.
win.
Kind of hoping to get. I kind of wanted the experience
I need
for that.
cut.
But yeah, so you have to be kind of careful where you put traps. Oh, let's cancel these. Probably want one capacitor at least. And then we want to set these to weaken again. There's so many of them. I think that's what makes them the most annoying,
At once,
is that there are so many soldiers.
I am invisible.
Hopefully we'll get the traps done in time. Before the... I probably actually want to cancel that and that as well, so we can focus on the traps, because we don't need either of those at the moment. So we need to spend the money on the traps. Fortunately, they are not super expensive. Actually, they are pretty expensive. But hopefully we will get that done before the soldiers get in. Come on. Need you to learn Eviscerate. Come on. Do you have enough points? Just do it.
To serve. Konnichiwa.
Ah. There we go. Okay, finally. Yeah. Okay, so we have one pressure plate down there, ready. Now we just need the rest of them. Okay. Thought they were only allowed to use the pads at night. It's not night right now. It's day. Not sure what's up with that.
Caution! Funds low.
Yeah. Maybe I should only get one of these each and then connect them like that for now. Because it's cheaper. Come on. Okay, we have two pressure plates here, but no trap yet. We have a trap on the way. Sort of. That does have one pressure plate so far. Pressure plates without traps are not useful. Where do I put the evil genius? Probably
Must be here.
Actually, they didn't go in here last time.
What's this?
I should just put him behind the wall here. And hope they don't go in there. Let's quick save here. We've done things a little differently. Okay, there's actually somebody who's been incapacitated, so we're going to capture him. So he's going to be led to a cell without any kerfuffle.
Hi.
Let's get Jubei here just in case. So if they'd... Oh. Well, that is going to make disposing of them easier. Now they have heat, however.
Rage bar at the max. Right.
Okay, we got one of them. Now, Eviscerate will take some time to cool down. Somebody, a valet, I think valets may be the only ones that can put out fires. I think we might be in a pretty good position to take them out now, since they have been hurt by the fire. If they blow up that door, they're going to hurt themselves even more.
I live to serve. My blade is drawn. They cannot defeat me with their slender arms.
Intruder tagged for termination. Weaken tag issued. Kill tag issued.
They're not escaping. There we go. Okay, I think I finally got them all. Finally. Finally. So, we're almost at the end point of the episode.
Capture tag issued.
We have a couple of tourists that have wandered into here and are now running around panicking and annoying me. I'm going to deal with them. We have a bunch of things to replace, but we don't have an immediate threat anymore.
Object purchase order confirmed.
So that's fine.
Gold reserves low.
This trap is set up. We need to... This didn't even get finished. We just got the pressure plates, which I guess were useful because they allowed the soldiers to hurt themselves, which kind of played into my hands. But yeah, so we're going to come back for the next episode, of course, to continue this and
Prisoner termination requested.
keep building the base. I might actually spend some time in between episodes collecting money so that we have funds to do stuff with in the next episode. So I will see you then.